Hi guys, welcome back to another makeup video. Today we are creating this Spider-Man movie inspired mask, very Spider-Woman-esque, but inspired by the Spider-Man movie. And yeah, if you want to see how I did this, then keep watching. And there's plenty of other content where this came from over on my other social medias, which I will let you know where to find them at the end of the video. Let's get straight into the makeup. So guys, let's start the makeup. I'm just gonna put this little headband, get the hair out the face ready. Just did a tiny bit of brows. Sorry if my voice sounds like it's going, I feel like it is. I'm sort of like developing like a cough as if my voice is going, but I don't have a cold, so I'm not sure why the voice talking sounds like this, but please ignore that. I'm gonna go in with my Snazzy Red face paint. I do prefer my Superstars one, but I really need to clear out my makeup drawers because my makeup bags are all full of like client kits, etc. But I'm not really doing much client work at the moment, and probably won't be because I'm going back to uni. So I'd like to put it in my drawers so it's more accessible for me to use the content than just sitting in a bag waiting for the next time I have to use it. But anyway, yeah, we're just starting off with this red shade. This is just the bright red from Snazzy. I do think these paints are just as good. Let's hope it doesn't stain my face red. Actually, do you know what? We're going to create a barrier so that this doesn't stain my face red. I know it seems counterproductive to go in with a primer so that it sticks on because we don't really want it to stick on. But this will create like a barrier between the skin and the paint. So I'm going to take this e.l.f. primer. There probably are better primers you can use for this, like most likely a silicone one, to be honest. But this was just easiest to grab, so I'm just going to apply that. I'm taking the red because we're going to start out by drawing the mask. Basically, I kind of need to do like rounded eyes with a strip down the middle, almost like how you'd wear a face mask. So we just sort of did the circles, but I actually think these look a bit crazy because it looks more like goggles right now. So we're going to go in again, and I'm going to decrease this part under the eye so that we sort of look more Spider-Man-y. And I want to make it symmetrical too. I really think I'm losing my voice, guys, and I don't know why. And then I'm just going to take, not sure how to do this because you sort of want it down the nose. But the black is going to be the outline of this part where it sort of curves. And then I'm just taking that red and filling in basically from here up, other than the eyes. And then I'm going to take this big brush and just blend it up to the hairline. And while that is still wet, I'm going to take a little foundation brush and sort of blend into the hairline lightly. I don't want it to go into the hair, but see where we've got that nice little blend now. Basically, that's what we want. And I like to use a bit more of a bigger brush in certain areas because you just cover more of the area then, rather than having to go around with a tiny little brush. And now we're going to take a black face paint as well. This is the Kryolan Aqua Paint. And I'm just switching to a much smaller brush, outlining these little webby bits. Doesn't feel very black. Actually, just want to try it with a smaller brush because I think it's quite a harsh line. And then I'm just doing the same thing with the same small brush on the black around the eyes to give them a little outline. And then for the next step, for the little spider web pattern that goes onto the mask, I'm not going to take the straight black face paint. I'm going to take a little black eyeshadow and I'm going to use a flat brush to just blend them up into a little smoky spiderweb pattern. I'm also not really loving how this is looking right now, but we're going to trust the process. And I think I might end up going in with actual black face paint as well. And then I've just been taking a tiny bit of that black powder and blending it around the edge of the eye outline. It just gives it more depth than this eye, if you can tell. And I'm doing this really messy, I'm really not perfecting it. And then in certain areas, I'm blending it up into the little web part we're creating, just to pull it together a bit. And now I'm just going to take that black face paint and we're going to probably speed it up a bit and just draw in all the spider webs. Now, before we go in with Diamantes, I'm just taking a tiny bit of a white in the same base paint as we used for the black on a very small brush, and I'm just going to add some random spots of highlighting to the web. I don't want to go everywhere because it's going to look crazy, but it needs to be cohesive, so I'm just going to do a couple, the little white line next to it. Here I was just saying that I added a bit of white lining on the insides of the eye circles and a tiny bit on the curvature of the underneath just to make it pop a bit more like we did on the lines on the actual face paint. And then I'm just showing you the black gems we're about to use. I think I lost you there for a little bit, I'm not sure how long, but my microphone was flashing, so you may not have heard the last bit. I'll figure that out when I'm editing. But for the gems, which is the next step, I'm taking just a quick Primark lash glue. This is just the one I have. I'm going to put some on a cotton pad and I'm going to use this little cotton bud to pick up the glue and apply it to the face. So we're kind of going off eye, but to start we're going to do around the eyes. So I'm basically going to do this completely all the way around, or at least maybe on the inner half of the circle. I'm just going to do some little dots of glue, as you can see. Now I'm just going to start to spread them out a bit, and then we will start to apply where it's gone clear. So we're just picking the gems up with this little gem grabber. I'm going for quite a big gem to start with, and we're just going to alternate the sizes basically, so you'll just have to sort of see as we go, but this is sort of the idea. So I just went off camera and added a few more little gems to just a few random patches around the spider web, and that is the finished face painting part of this mask done. Now I'm not going to do any skin makeup under here because I think it looks perfectly fine without any, and we don't need unnecessary steps. But I'm going to go in with my Revolution Big Lash Mascara. This is a new mascara I literally bought the other day, but it's waterproof. I swear I've been saying for absolutely months, well, probably years actually, I needed to get a waterproof black mascara because my eyelashes are so bad at holding a curl that I'll curl my lashes, put on black mascara, and they'll just drop. And it's the most annoying thing ever. And I know I've read that waterproof mascara fixes this issue because of, like, obviously what it's made up of for it to be waterproof. So it's like you're technically not putting water on your lashes, whereas with the non-waterproof mascara, that seems to be the effect it has on my lashes. And I then obviously have a brown waterproof mascara, which I know keeps the lashes curled, so I wanted to get a black one too. And finally for lips, I'm going to take my new lip combo as well. I'm taking this e.l.f. lip liner. I love this. This is in the shade Mauve Aside, or Mauve, I don't know how to pronounce it. I can say it in my head, but not out loud. But I have this lip liner in my client kit, and I just wanted to try it for myself because obviously I don't use the same products. I line my lips with this. And then for the lipstick, it's this e.l.f. Well, e.l.f. But I've got to turn it this way to read the back. But it's the Glow Reviver Lip Oil Glimmer. They had plumping ones of this, but I'm not about a plumping lip gloss. I want to be comfortable, and stinging lips is not comfortable for me. But this is in the shade Princess Cut. I did post this on my Instagram story with the lip liner combo. I just love it, and look how big the applicator is. But it's just such a shiny lip oil, and it has like apricot in it or something, I swear. I don't know where I read that, but I'm sure it has like apricot oil in it. But it smells good. So guys, that is the finished Spider-Man mask makeup. It's more of like a pretty Spider-Woman makeup look, but we are inspired by the new Spider-Man. I haven't actually seen it yet, but I definitely want to go see it. And yeah, I just thought this one was really cool. I hope you've enjoyed watching this. I'm going to put a few clips here of the makeup, and I'll see you back for the outro. So guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. I really hope you enjoyed this one, and we're back for the proper makeup looks rather than just little graphic liners washed because we're on holiday. But yeah, I'm going to be posting over on TikTok as well, and on my YouTube shorts and Instagram reels. I struggle to reuse the same content on all platforms purely because I don't have time to record separate videos for everything. So a lot is based off of this makeup look, just in different forms. But also, like, if there's a certain sound on TikTok, it's not always on YouTube. So then I don't always have the same amount of YouTube shorts as I do TikToks because I know there's a lot more sounds over there and we can't get copyrighted over here. But anyway, I'm baffling on now. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment if you feel like it. And check out all my other social medias in the description box below. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you're having a lovely summer. And I'll see you guys back here next week for another makeup video. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.